So good morning. I am Sunanda from CSC Department, G. Pullareddy Engineering College. So this video mainly deals with introduction to cybersecurity. So I'll be explaining about the different types of the cyber crimes and the different types of the cyber criminals, how the criminals perform the cyber crime, right? So before going into in detail about the cybersecurity, so let us go with the introduction part. So this cybercrime is not a new phenomena. So it has been originated in the year 1820, so where the first cybercrime took place, right? So in the 1820 only the first cybercrime took place. So that's why from then onwards the word cybercrime is in existence. So whenever we go with the cybercrime and estimated daily activity, that means at every day. So there are many types of the cyber crimes occurring around us. Some of the malicious scans, that means a cyber crime called as a malicious scan, which will be of 80 billion activities done every day by the cyber criminal. So new malware, that it means malicious softwares, which is being originated like 3 lakhs count every day. And the phishing activity is performed by an attacker in the count of 33,000. And the ransomware, which is we can treat it as a virus or a worm, which is being originated for 1,000 every day. Records lost to hacking, that means the different types of hackings, mainly like 7,80,000 is being counted every day. So these were the rough figures of the different types of the cyber crimes. And the cyber crimes listed here are not the same cyber crimes. That means we are mainly mentioning only a few here. There are n number of the cyber crimes that are being occurring every day with n count in number, right? So coming to the cybercrime definition and the origin of the word. So here we have the cyber crime is nothing but crime is an illegal activity, and the cyber means like using an internet or a PC which is connected to an internet. So when we define the word cybercrime, it's nothing but an illegal behavior directed by means of electronic operations. So electronic operations are nothing but done through a system or through any electronic means that target the security of the computer system and the data processed by them. So these cybercrime mainly target these particular computer systems security issues. So if your system is weak, then there are more chances of a cybercrime to occur on your system. If the data is more available on your system, and if your system is being connected to the internet or any through electronic media, then there is a possibility of a cybercrime to occur on your system, right? So when we want to define a cybercrime, we can define it as an illegal behavior directed by means of electronic operations that target mainly the security of the system and the data processed by the system. So here we concentrate mainly on the security issues as well as the data processing issues of a particular system when the cybercrime occurs. So the crime committed using the computer and the internet to steal the person's identity is another definition for a cybercrime. So that means we can define it in another way like a crime or an illegal activity that is being conducted using a computer or an internet to steal the person's identity. Here when we are going with the word personal identity, person's identity means the data relating to a person, the information relating to a person like a name of the person, his photo, his address, his date of birth, his personal information or some videos all comes under the personal identity. If the attack is being done or if an illegal activity is being done through the computer and the internet to get the information of a person, that means to steal the information of a person that which is a personal to him, we call it as a cybercrime. And the another definition is crimes completed either on or with a computer, we call it as a cybercrime, right? So the another definition is an illegal activity done through the internet or on the computer. We call it as a cybercrime. So here I am mentioning through the internet or on the computer. That means when a crime is done on using a computer, we call it as a cybercrime. When the crime is done using the internet on any device, maybe a mobile phone or maybe some other means of a device, then we can call it as a cybercrime, right? So all criminal activities done using the medium of a computer, the internet, the cyberspace, and the www, that means World Wide Web. So that particular thing we call it as a cybercrime. So these are the different variations of the definitions relating to the cybercrime. So when we go all through these definitions, the common point is the crime is nothing but an illegal activity or illegal behavior, and the cyber means it is done by means of electronic devices like a computer or an internet or www. So that we call it as a cyber crime, right? And origin of the word. So from where this particular word cybercrime has been originated is the time cybercrime has evolved over the past few years since the adoption of an internet connection. So when there is no internet connection, then there will be less possibilities of occurring a cybercrime. If there is an internet connection, then we will be connecting to more people around us through the internet. Communication establishes and the data movement as well as some messaging or chatting will be done from person to person. So through which there is a possibility of a cybercrime. So that's why this term cybercrime has been evolved over the past few years since the adoption of the internet connection, right? The cyber has some interesting synonyms. The cyber means a fake or replicated, or we can even give a synonym like a pretend, imitation, virtual, computer generated, right? So these are the different synonyms of a cyber. The word cyber has been, the word owes its origin to the word cybernetics, which mainly deals with the information and its user, right? Cybernetics is nothing but the information relating to a user or a normal information. So this particular thing, cybercrime, has been originated from a word called as cybernetics. When we go with an attacks, different types of the cyber crimes, so the attacker or the person, hacker, will be applying different types of the attacks on a victim, right? So there are mainly two types of the crimes or two types of the attacks. One is a techno crime, another one is a techno vandalism. Right? So in the cyber techno crime, the attacker, what he do is a planned act against a system or the systems with an intent to copy, steal, prevent access, corrupt, or otherwise spoil or damage the parts of or complete computer system will be done when in the cyber techno crime attack. So here he will be doing in a planned manner. So he will be selecting one victim on which he want to take a revenge on, and then what he do is he will collect all the information from that particular person, and after taking that information of that particular person, he may copy that particular information of a specific person, or he may steal the information, or he may prevent an access of that particular person to a specific system, or he may corrupt the data of a particular person's system, or otherwise he may spoil or damage some parts of the computer of that specific person, or the whole system will be damaged by the attacker. So this activity we call it as techno crime. Here he will be doing this activity in a planned manner. And another one is a techno vandalism. Vandalism is nothing but the damage. So here he doesn't concentrate on a planning process. He mainly want to take a revenge. So and he will be doing that particular revenge process without any thought process. Okay, so he just go and he will be doing the damaging, or he will be copying some data, or he will be misusing the data. Whatever he want, he just do it on a moment. That's it. So he will be performing this activity in a brainless manner. Okay, so these acts of a brainless defacement of website or other activities such as a copying file and publicizing their contents publicly and are usually optimistic nature. So that means you based upon some opportunity, if at all he get an opportunity to take a revenge, he will be doing that process immediately without any thinking, right? So these are the two types of attacks. And when we go with the cybercrime and information security, so these are the two things interrelated with one another. So one is an illegal activity, another one is protecting the data from the illegal activity. That is information security. Right? So information security is nothing but securing your information from a cybercrime. Right? So lack of information security can give rise to what? Cybercrime. So, and there is another word called as a cyber security. So what is meant by cyber security then? So protecting your data, protecting your information from a cyber crime. So from which you have to protect? So means protecting information, equipment, devices, computer resource, communication device, and information stored therein from unauthorized access or illegal access, or from unauthorized usage, from unauthorized leakage, from disruption, from modification or destruction. From all these activities, illegal activities, you have to protect your data or information or equipments or devices or a computer or computer resources. Everything, if you want to protect, secure it, then that we call it as a cyber crime. Computer related equipment, computer related data, computer related resources, and computer related devices has to be protected from crime or a leakage or disruption or a damage. We call it as cyber security. It's nothing but securing computer related things or computer related devices, computer related resources from a leakage, from unauthorized usage, unauthorized access, from the damage. We call it as cyber crime. Right? So who are these cyber criminals? So the word cyber criminal is nothing but criminal is a person who performs an illegal activity. Right? Cyber criminals are nothing but the persons whose intention is to have unauthorized access. So they will be performing every activity in an unauthorized manner. That means without taking permission from an authorized person, they will be modifying, they will be damaging, they will be using, they will be leaking the data or the information relating to the computer, relating to the computer devices from the internet or from a specified person directly. We call them as cyber criminals. Right? So who are these cyber criminals? Are those cyber criminals are those who conduct activities or the acts such as child pornography. That means they will morph the faces of a particular person of pornographic website with a specified person face or the face of a child, or they will even attract the child or the teenagers to the pornographic websites. And credit card frauds. So here the criminals will perform the credit card frauds in different ways, like generating the duplicate cards, generating the duplicate documents of the credit cards, and using some skimming process, and then using the triangulation method, where the attacker will be buying the things using our credit card details, and we will be paying the money for those things. And next one is a cyber stacking. So here he will stack, or he will observe the people without their notice. They will gather the information from the people and they will harass them. Right? So next is a defaming another online. Here he will be either going literally, that means writing it, or through the words of a voice, he will be defaming a person or an organization through the online. Right? So here he will be using some words or miscellaneous words, so that will harm the that will create some damage to the fame of a particular important person of an organization or in a society. Or they even use some words of relating to the organization, so that it gets defamed in the society. And gaining unauthorized access to the computer. So here the attacker or the criminal, he will be getting unauthorized access to the system by using some password cracking techniques or key loggers, so that they can access the system without the user's knowledge, and they will gain some information. They will perform some activities on the computer system of a user without his knowledge, and then ignoring the copyrights. So if there are some products that are copyrighted to some specified organization, these criminals will create a duplicate copy of it, and then they will release it into the market for gaining some profit and for making a loss to the original organization. And next, overriding encryption to make the illegal copies. And then software piracy, they will create the pirated softwares looks similar to that of the original softwares, and they make it to be a free downloadable, so that the original software companies will lose. That means they get a loss. And next, stealing another's identity to perform the criminal acts. So here the criminal will act as someone, that means impersonation. They will be acting as someone else, either through the online or through the directly, and then they gather the information from regarding that particular person from someone else, and then they misuse that information. So categorization of the cyber criminals, we can categorize the cyber criminals into 3 ways. Type 1, criminals hungry for recognition. So here these cyber criminals mainly do the cybercrime as if they were hungry for recognition, as if they have to be recognized by someone. That means the other people has to think that they are the people having the cyber related or having the hacking related skills, right? The first in the type 1, hobby hackers. Here the hobby hackers, a person who enjoys exploring the limits of what is possible in a spirit of playful cleverness, may modify hardware or a software. So these people will try to will be keeping this hacking process and the cyber related attacks as an hobby. they will be performing these attacks as if it is a hobby for them. And then IT professionals, these IT professionals, under the IT professionals, we will be considering ethical hacker, which are the people in the hacking world. These people are the good people. So they will be performing the hacking process for protecting us from the hacking. So they just try to solve the issues that occur because of a cyber attack or because of the cyber crime, right? So they protect us from the cyber attacks. And next one is a politically motivated hackers. These people mainly promotes the objectives of individuals, groups, or the nations, supporting a variety of causes such as anti-globalization, transnational conflicts, and protest. So here they will be influenced by the politics, and because of that they will be performing the cyber crime in order keeping the mind of politics, keeping politics in mind. So they just perform this as an anti-globalization or transnational conflict. And next one is the terrorist organizations. Here we call it as cyber terrorism. So instead of relating to only politics or a specific individual, the attacker will mainly go through the international level. So use the internet attacks in a terrorist activity, large scale disruption of the computer networks, personal computers attached to the internet via viruses will be done using this terrorist attack. Here attacker will take into consideration the religion and the region. So based upon that he will be performing the attack. And the cyber criminals not interested in the recognition. Here these people not interested in recognition, but they want to just take a revenge or they want to damage. So they will be psychologically perverts. So they will be deviated from the normal behavior, and they will be performing these particular crimes in order to satisfy their mindset. And financially motivated hackers, these people are not interested in recognition. They will be performing the cyber attack, cyber crime as for a means of money. So they make a money from the cyber attacks. So they will be hiring some bots, robots, so that they can perform some phishing activities, and they will be thefting the information as well as they will be thefting the identity of the people without their knowledge, and using that they will be doing some harassment on the blackmailing on that particular people for the sake of money. And the third one is the cyber criminals, the insiders. So when we go with the cyber criminals, insiders, these are the people will be working in an organization but not satisfied with the organization's benefits. So they will want to take a revenge on the organization in which they are working, but are not recognized by the people in an organization as they are the cyber criminals. So they will be disguising themselves, or they will be hiding their identity, and they will be performing all the crime related activities to the organization in which they are working. So here they will be taking the revenge if they get a chance, either by selling the data from their organization, or either by selling some printouts to the people, competitive organizations, or they will even use the blueprint of the particular design of a particular project design, and they will misuse that particular design. They sell it to the competitor organization. So they will be working in the same organization, but they will be in the original organization, but they will be working for the other competitor organization. So it becomes easy for the organization to identify these types of disguised people. So disgruntled, that means displeased or unhappy, or former employees seeking revenge. So competing or companies using employees to gain economic advantage through the damage and or the theft, right? There are different motives behind the cybercrime. One is a greed. So greed of fame, or a greed of money, or greed of popularity, greed of recognition is one thing, and the desire to gain the power. So they will be like psychologically, they will be thinking of being the first position, being in the high position by gaining some unauthorized access. So these people have a desire to gain the power. They will be doing this particular cybercrime for the process of publicity. They will be doing this for to be recognized from others, to get recognition from others. They will be doing a cybercrime to take a revenge. That means a desire for the revenge. If they want to take a revenge on a specified person, either they may be morphing their face with the pornographic photos, or they may defame them, either writing the misused words, or orally they will be spelling some words to the to defame a specified person or organization. And next, a sense of adventure. Some people will be doing a cybercrime as a part of their adventurous things. And next, they will be looking for a thrill to access a forbidden information. So they will be treating it as a puzzle to get some information that is being in a hidden. So they will be doing all these cybercrimes for a part of enthusiasm, right? So destructive mindset. So these peoples will be having some destructive mindsets. They will be in a means of destroying everything, doing damage to everything, whatever they have been using. So they just want to take a revenge. They just want to take to do the damage on the things that are being used by a specified person, on which they want to take a revenge. And desire to sell network security services. So these are the different motives behind the cyber crimes. Thank you.